I would have never imagined it. I just kind of went numb. We got River about a year and a half after we lost our other dog to cancer. It was just the beginning of COVID. It was just all starting, so we called him our COVID baby. We went for walks probably twice a day. He lived for them.
He just loved to run and explore and discover everything. He especially loved it when we walked through the woods.
He was obsessed with sticks. He would get really excited. He would look for sticks. Sometimes he'd grab really long ones. Sometimes he'd get a little short one. Sometimes he would come up behind us and whack us in the legs with a long stick. The day was a day like any other day. My daughter was over, and we were just going to take him for a quick run before supper. And we were coming back. We were almost out of the woods, and he came up to me with his stick. I'd thrown the stick the whole time. He came up to me with his stick, and I threw it one last time. And I looked to see where it was going to land, but I didn't watch it land. I didn't see it land, but I looked for where, to make sure it was in an open space. We were almost out of the woods, and River came running past us, and we saw blood. And then he stopped, and blood just gushed out of his mouth. He was heading home, but he stopped at one of the neighbors and went under a car and just laid there, and blood was just gushing out of his mouth. And I sent my daughter running to the house to get Keith.
You know, I thought maybe he had broken a leg or whatever, but I didn't know what to expect. And
we took him to the vet, and he was pronounced dead.
The whole thing just sort of played out so rapidly and so quickly that, you know, it was something that we were totally shocked by.
The vet said that the stick went through his tongue and probably hit an artery.
Ribby, what have you got?
I walk every single morning, and he's always on my mind. But that next morning I thought, what can we do to maybe, I don't know, make the tragic situation somewhat better? And I thought, let's get the word out.
Afterwards, I did a lot of research. I Googled it. I looked up things. I looked up vets' opinions, and so many stories of dogs being hurt very badly.
On that morning walk that next day, I came up with a slogan in my mind. I said, dogs and sticks don't mix. Not trying to tell people what to do, but just sort of sharing our experience and somewhat of a warning, just to be careful. These things can happen so quickly.
I surprised myself because I actually wanted another puppy right away, but Keith wasn't ready.
It was a tough one for me. But, you know, I also felt, just like Linda did, that there was a hole in her heart.
He's brought a lot of new joy to our life. He's been good.
You know, we're just looking at, again, nurturing this dog and really trying to, you know, give him a good home and give him a good life. And that's, I think, all a pet owner can do. Oh, yeah. What a good boy.